Hello everybody, we're going to get started shortly. I just want to say thank you everyone for being here. This is going to be another great run through, I think we're going to be out west actually. American Truck Simulator back on the channel. You guys know I missed it. And I missed you guys. I hope everyone's doing well. Friday Eve. Unless you're watching this another day. In which happy day or night, wherever it is. Thank you so much, everyone. Lexi came in a little early and said hello. Appreciate it. What's up, Mike? Will. Driver Mike is here. That's right. We're going to hammer down. Good, buddy. What's up, Quentin? I'll tell you what. We'll get on in the cab. I'll tell you what, we'll get in the game here, and I'll show you what we're rolling in. Tell you what, I'm gonna start my goal here with a question. How's everyone doing? Everyone ready for the weekend? I sure am. Oh, that's okay. I don't keep anything on my desk that I can't knock over. I say that and then I'm gonna do something. What's up, Night Ranger? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to bring you guys in. We're going to start off the Super Chat goal with the question here. As always, no one has to gift a Super Chat in general, or let alone to answer the question. It's just for fun. It's a way to engage with you guys and you guys with me. So, since we're going to be trucking, we're going to be driving, road tripping, I'm thinking, what is one of the best road trip snacks? You guys know, you can kind of, for me, you can go salty or sweet. I am going to say, like, off the top of my head, I'm the sucker for some beef jerky and trail mix. But that being said, you know, licorice, some good options too. Alright, let's bring you guys in. And this is what we're going to be rolling in here. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this build. I've had it done for a little bit, but didn't get it, just kind of kept it, to myself. I've had it done for not that long. And yeah, I'm probably gonna have to let me turn the music down here. But I'm also probably gonna have to turn down the game audio. Oops. Oh, did you see that plane? Speed up. Look at that. God dang. Here, let's go. Where are we flying? This motherfucker's actually flying. I know it's just doing a big circle, but like, that adds some hella ambiance. Where are we? We're over here. Hell yeah. Alright. Easy answers. Twizzlers. I love it. Yes. Are you going original or the pull and peel? For me, it's the original. Like, I think there's strawberry, but the cherry pull and peel, and sometimes I have some fun flavors. Switch it up. It is awesome. Oh, I think I hear him again. Honestly, I've kind of been wanting to get back into Microsoft Flight Sim. It's been a minute. And that audio. Listen to that. That F-mod sounds, I think, is what causes that in a good way, you know? Sea salt and cracked pepper chips. Dude, I don't go for those often, and I don't know why, because every time I eat them, I'm like, this is good shit. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the crazy stuff, and we'll get the the fun music on. Let me shuffle it. How about that for this time? So let's go ahead and fire it up. I think you guys have waited long enough. Or should I just show you what the lights are first? Let's hop up in the cab, I guess, first, right? So we got the same truck I've been using. It's Joel's 389. The trailer, I think I've showed it before, but it's been a little bit. It's Bart's Great Dane Reefer. We've got a spread axle on it. You can have it in a tandem. You can make the trailer just like the truck. Like, you can make it look as cool and custom like we've got it, or you can make it look like a run-of-the-mill fleet trailer, like one of, well, maybe not like that, but like that. You can even take the reefer off of it and run it like a dry van, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and hop up in here. I don't have much in the way back here, but I do got my kitty. You guys know that. What's up, Jess? Orange cream? Dude. Original? Hell yeah. So let's crank this. Tell you what, I think we'll go outside for that. Ooh. Orange cream Twizzlers. I swear I've seen them. I've never had them. I gotta try it. What's going up on Viper? Yes, big news is what I'd say if I had some big news for GTA, but it's nothing. Yeah, it's been delayed. What'd they say? Over a year now? I don't care. You know what? I am so okay with that. I am so okay with that. First of all, not to get too controversial, but it's not. But what they're doing is controversial, maybe. I've heard some not great things from Rockstar about them recently, and I'm disappointed. And it's not new. I know there's some things that weren't great with the long hours and grueling work, you know, blah blah blah, with Red Dead 2. It's just they were gonna make so much money. They're going to make so much money that, like, it's just it's not enough, kind of a thing. It's like, you know, so anything to get a little bit more. I don't know. We're not getting into it really like that. But I will say is I'm okay with the delay because there's so many other games to play, and there's so many other games that I feel like I don't already have time for. So what do you guys think? Are you obviously, no one's going to be excited. I'm not excited. Like, if the option was to play it, I think I would go for the, yes, I would like to try it. I'm a gamer. I love Grand Theft Auto and everything like that, but there's some like amazing games too. So you guys tell me what you're thinking. You know, tell me in the chat. If you guys are rewatching this video, tell me in the comments how you feel about the release being pushed back, or what are, you know, more importantly, what are some other games maybe that's going to preoccupy you until then. This big N14 under the hood, man, that's going to occupy me for a little while, I'll tell you what. Honey garlic pepperoni sticks. Dude, anything with garlic. I'm a garlic girly. You know, what can I say? Alright, let's jump. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to get out of here. But you guys, bam! What? Look at that. It does. I can go dual Revolution green underglow. But because I have these little bullet lights, which also give off a glow, when you change, you know, it sometimes doesn't. See? Doesn't always render in. So, yeah, whatever. It is 5:30 in the morning on a Thursday. How about that? And we're outside of Los Angeles. I don't know exactly where this would be. I could have looked on the map and I didn't. And I think we're hauling something dumb like household goods, was it? Oops. Home accessories, but it's 42,000 pounds, so there's that dope plane again. So we're gonna get out of here, and let's see what we get into now. Yeah. What I am going to do actually here is we're going to lift that rear axle. I don't think we'll see it because we're too close to the wall. Oh, little tug test, that's all. Little tug test. What's up, DD? AV, hello. Good to see you guys. I might have to kind of finagle this thing out of here. You know, maybe not. It's only a bumper, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, I agree with you. You got to get the kinks out, and I was expecting it to. Yeah, like Mike says. 100%. Alright, so I think that's just a dead end, but AI traffic will still come out of it. Honestly, kind of like you're saying, yeah. GTA delay, it is what it is. Honestly, yawn. You say shrug, I say yawn. I don't care. I'll be honest, I don't think we're gonna get any new promotional stuff. Maybe we'll get something over winter, otherwise I bet it wouldn't be until like spring or summer. Again, it's disappointing, but it can't be. You can't say it's unexpected. Might have, there we go, I think we dropped it now. Yeah, we're good. I'm not sure if we'll make this light. We're making the light. But I am very curious what you guys are going to be playing. Because, yeah, I think they said it's not coming out till November. I've been, honestly, busy with work and just life things. There we go. Well, I don't like that. Do I need to actually take this? I think I need to take this. We're taking it. Oh boy. I thought this dude was trying to pull me over. The heck is... I am gonna... Give me one second, I'm gonna just turn this down a teeny bit. Because I'm sure it's blowing out your guys' ears and me. Now that that's much better, and I can turn the game volume down too. Let me know. You saw there's... I did see someone in Discord. One of the Discords I'm in shared a picture of their stock. I don't know. It sounds like you care. AV is got some investments. Do share. Do tell. What do you know? Inside knowledge? You can inside. It's not inside trading. If it's on YouTube, I don't. Never mind. I know nothing about that. It's not even pretend. Whatever it is, I mean, you want them to release it as good as it can be. It is just kind of alarming. I don't want to say alarming, but it's... Are you serious? This? First of all, I thought I did change the background. Is this guy serious? Oh, dang it. Oh my gosh. Headlight usage. No, I didn't turn on the headlights, officer. But it is 6:40 in the morning, so okay. Power trip at DOT. Like usual. Whatever. Can I get over? Kind of sandwich it because I can't get over. Outbreak NASCAR, the new NASCAR game that I've been kind of wanting to try it. I haven't played NASCAR since. Oh no. One of those bad AI traffic merging. So we are in Barstow. There's a cool actually this might be where they want me. Vegas. I should still try to get over. Barstow's got some cool trucking history. Some cool West Coast trucking history. And there's still a couple big rig polish and truck watchers out there. So we're running my cat engine. It's shit on me, we could say, unfortunately. The sound mod we were using, for whatever reason, hitting the engine brake, the jakes, it does this really weird, like, bum 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 bum, like it goes up and down and revs, but it doesn't. It's just the sound, the audio, and I'm sorry, it ruins it for me. I can't do it. Check out this classic right here. Oh, Mike, are you seeing that? Ooh, doggy. Oh, there's another cop right here. I gotta be really careful. I shouldn't have done that. We're gonna need to get done in for speeding as we're in California love. That does look like some highway patrol. So this is the Z-Mods Cummins N14. It is a really good sounding engine, and honestly, here, let's shift it into high, throw it on the cruise. Honestly, I'm gonna even shift it again, and then throw it on cruise. That looked pretty sweet right there. Lights on for safety. Yeah. I've never played Outbreak, by the way, before I forget. I want to try that. And Arc Raiders. I was watching the bot, Alfie, play that. It looks cool. Yeah. Oops. Arc Raiders is cool. Was that, I can't remember, that was a third-person shooter, right? Which I'm honestly, I don't think I realized it, but I think I prefer first-person for, like, a shooter. Like, I like a third-person game, you know, like Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto, but, I don't know. And Mike, you said I saw you saying with Forza Horizon. Are you excited for Forza 6 or Horizon 6, I should say? Japan. I'm honestly pumped. I didn't think that they would pull me back in, and they haven't because it's not out yet. I've kind of been out of the game. I've been out of the game. I haven't loaded that shit up in forever, and I used to be so into it. We're talking, I mean, probably 10 years ago now when Forza Horizon 3 came out or whatever. Was it a 73 Monaco? I fucking, oh, there it is. Well, we're gonna probably pass him now. So many buttons. Yes. I don't know what any of them do, but I know this one could go. Oh wait. Oh, this is a cool truck. This button goes. Ew, it would make a big noise. You see him? You see him out the window there, kitty? Oh shit! Oh shit! I don't think I can. Yeah. Oh, I love it. We're gonna be running through Vegas. Kim, thank you so much for gifting the super chat and getting our goal. Jelly beans. I haven't had jelly beans in so long. That sounds great though. I'm a big fan of, I like to eat, I like to snack, so I don't want like a stick of beef jerky. I want a bag of little beef jerkies. Now that being, you know, I like to snack on chips, a bunch of little things that I can eat. Because, you know what I mean? Like, if you give me a big piece of pizza, I'll cut it in two, so now I'm eating 2 pieces of pizza. You see how I did that? Okay, well, I'm just gonna shamelessly thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and start another goal. Again, as always, there is never, you guys do not ever have to gift one. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Kim. And to answer the question again, they're just for fun, to help engage with each other, and you guys don't have to gift one to answer the question. Let's see. Let's keep it on the road trip theme. All right. Again, you do not have to gift out a super chat to answer the question, of course. Thank you so much. Was that a 74 Grand Fury? Super awesome. Super awesome. I just want to make sure we're watching hockey on the TV. Hell yeah. Hockey's some good shit, man. I never really grew up watching it, but... And I mentioned I'm not a super, like, big sports person anymore, but I can definitely get down with watching some hockey. Sugar to help keep me going. Absolutely. I got to get in this lane because I'm going to keep on drifting. And we might have to actually, oh, it's a slow vehicles only. we'll just put it right there, man. Put her there. So some road trip playlist must-haves. Who, if we're making a playlist together, who are we putting in that playlist? Could be anything. Ooh, what is this we got coming up on us? I think this might be another Plymouth. Like, I'm trying to, I don't. Ooh. No, that said Dodge in the back. I love that thin little B pillar or C pillar, I guess. Doesn't really have B pillar. This is the Jazzy Cats. I have the classic, the regular AI traffic model, and then the classic car. Big bag of little beef jerkies is exactly what I need. Yes. Now that being said, a giant jelly bean. Let's go. If it can be blue raspberry flavored. Let's go. Dude. So, like, for me, I do listen. I'm kind of one of those idiots that say, I listen to, like, anything. But what I mean is, like, what I meant is, I listen to, like, a lot of different kind of... Why? Oops. Honestly, I'm gonna just let them... We'll let the Monaco or the Grand Prix, whatever you are. You can go, Seth. I think we did pass the border because this is Prim, which is... Oh, here. There it is. Welcome to Iowa. Wait a minute. Where the fuck are we? No, I'm kidding. There we go. Welcome to Nevada, baby. Hell yeah. Prim. Let's go. Very cool. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the best part of the chicken, or the trailer, is the chicken. You guys are like, what are you fucking talking about? I mean, shout out where we are, though. Check this out. That's some dope-ass landscapes. Oh. So these are like vent doors you can open or close. Fucking stuck a chicken on there. Yeah. 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 Again, why would you not have that? Actually, this is kind of a dope-ass photo. With the castle. I love these hubcaps. You guys know me. Everyone is now going to know what these are. They're called T-Canes, and they're sweet. They're just pop-on, pop-offs. And I put the bullet lights on the back. These are from Dro's light package, but... Queens of the Stone Age. So I love desert, stoner, rock, metal. Caius and... Oops, I want to go into 7. I really like them. Big fan. Speaking, you know, I guess we are in the desert. I always feel like listening to that kind of shit out here. Fu Manchu is a really cool band if you like them. I'm trying to think. I'm really into, like, for me, what I really do listen to, I don't think I've really talked much about it because it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for most people. But what I really listen to is nothing. I just listen to silence. No, I could never. I hate silence. And I respect people that can sit in silence and are unbothered by it. I am a huge fan of death metal. Vegas, baby! I always forget that you can kind of look around with this. I am not. I'm already going to crash. I wonder if they put the sphere in here. Look at that fucking baby. Woo, mama. I'm going to get over so we can crash in this lane. No, wait, it says don't do that. Exit only. My bad, my bad. 876, thank you so much for subscribing. I sure appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. There's another one. Let me see. So I don't know if it's my favorite. My favorite two Caius records is what either Welcome to Sky Valley or Blues for the Red Sun. Just super awesome, riff heavy. You close your eyes and you're in one of these classic muscle cars, pounding the pavement of the desert, man. And yeah, some great riffage, just all around good rock and roll. You know what I mean? It's got that desert vibe, and if you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, just give it a listen. It's pretty amazing. I'm just always fascinated with, like, I don't know, maybe it's social studies, you could say it broadly, but just like how, you know, why people are the way they are based on where they grew up. And like, oh, grunge rock is a, you know, big an easy example, like came from Seattle, where it's really dreary and grunge, and like it makes sense, you know. And glam and hair metal, you know, came out of the 80s in Los Angeles, and like, again, you can see that. So it's, and then there's, of course, what's really fascinating, there's a big ass branch right there. What's fascinating is when there's kind of bands, genre, styles that maybe don't fit into the boxes that we've kind of created for them and or ourselves. And it doesn't have to be a band that pushes the limit, but, you know. I'm gonna throw some blues in on the stream. I'm a huge fan of blues, specifically like blues guitar. I'm a big fan of Stevie Ray Vaughan and Albert King. They did a joint record. I've loved it. It's from like the late 80s, early 90s. If you're a fan of guitar, and just some, again, it is bluesy, but it's like blues rock. It's so good. And Albert King is a blues legend. And Stevie Ray, obviously. But yeah, and they both sing. They're both fucking phenomenal. Honestly, there's three kings in blues. There's obviously B.B. King, Albert King, and then there was one other king, and I cannot remember his name. I can't remember. I don't know why but we're gonna hit the brakes while we go through the gorge here. Thank you so much, 876. I appreciate it. What's up, DB? Listening to Ozzy, dude. I I don't want to get too much into it because I was a huge Black Sabbath fan. Not as much Ozzy. Like, I loved Ozzy as a person, like as a, you know. Hold on. Let's get some of these views. Look at that water. This is a custom camera view that you only get with the truck mod, for those wondering. Freddie King, bro, thank you. Oh, it was making me mad. I was like, Johnny, Bobby? It doesn't sound right. And so fun, I'm pretty sure at least one of Albert or, I'm pretty sure it was Freddie King, is not actually a king. None of them are related. That's gorgeous. Gore, get it? Gorge. Gorgeous. Dude, DB, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I gotta just say thank you right there for realsies. So, part of my big love of blues came from one of the absolute my favorite record, one of the records that made me realize my love of music, and like truly, like I will sit and listen to this record front to back, back to front. I've done it so many times. It's hard. It's like a good movie or a good book. Like you pick it up in any scene, any page, I can't stop. And that is Black Sabbath debut record, self-titled Black Sabbath. When they have a song on there called Black Sabbath. I love it, and it's a great one. Thank you so much, DB. I really, really appreciate that. Hey, got some good luck. We don't have to fucking stop, so that's cool. But we do have to slow down, I think. Oh, slow down to 70. Yeah, okay. This is 75. Reduce speed ahead. Yeah, just slow down to 70 miles an hour. You'll be fine. So again, one of my first a big band that I really liked was Black Sabbath, and specifically Tony Iommi. I call him just the riff lord. Okay, so anytime I pause the game when I'm in gear and I go to shift next time, it kind of freaks out. So that's why that happens. St. George, is that Utah? I think it is, right? Here, pretend that we're just zooming out on our fucking map. Yeah, okay. Oops. We are making cracking progress. So I know especially a lot of people grew up listening to like Ozzy Osbourne, like solo 80s and 90s. And look, Crazy Train, epic. Bark at the Moon, iconic. And I really do like Randy Rhoads. But for me, my just for me, it was Black Sabbath, and what was really crazy is, oh, you know what, DB, I believe, so no, the goal is 5 super chats. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You are so kind. I really appreciate it. Anyone gifting anything, just being here, hanging out, hitting the like button is amazing. You guys are so kind and wonderful to me and everyone. I just really appreciate it. I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear, or if it's kind of a little. It says like 1 out of 5. I don't know how it looks over like on your guys' side or mobile sometimes. I apologize. You have a first pressing of that record. I might too. my old man had a group of records, and Black Sabbath's Black Sabbath was in that, and it was kind of worn. It wouldn't be worth much, I'm sure, and I wouldn't sell it because it's from my dad, and it's Black Sabbath. And Master of Reality, their second album, or was Paranoid. I cannot remember. I always forget. I think it was Black Sabbath, they're self-titled, then Paranoid, then Master of Reality. Another amazing record. Okay, I'm gonna have to shift it into neutral because I'm gonna pause it. Thank you so much, DB. Oh my gosh. Another super chat. Seriously, thank you very, very much, because I really appreciate it. Oops. You are amazing and so kind. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out and just being here. I really appreciate that, DB. So, like, I grew up kind of thinking I knew what diverse music was because, literally, like you're saying, Mike, that's what I grew up on. My dad was really big, you know, growing up in, 70s and 80s. But he lived, you know, on a farm, so it could have been 1977, might as well have been 1967. You know, they were a few years behind, you know, especially before the internet. Not really, you know, but stuff didn't change that much. So yeah, my old man was listening to, Pink Floyd is a big one. So I thought I knew diverse music because you know, I grew up listening to Black Sabbath and the Rolling Stones. You know, like I said, Stevie Ray Vaughan and the Blues Brothers, and then my mom was from a very major city, same timeline, but from like a major city, and she was more into like, she had a sister that was really into punk, so, and had the mohawk and stuff in the 80s. My aunt, right, would be Cedar City, baby. And so she listened to like some punk, like the Ramones. She was also into like new wave. I don't know if like, and kind of like that sort of like of like the late 70s, early 80s, like the Talking Heads. Rush was a big one for her, and one of my other uncles actually is a huge fan of Rush. He's like a total Harley, he's a Harley nerd, and you'd think like, oh yeah, here's a fucking Black Sabbath, Pink Floyd, or a Led Zeppelin dude, and if you know Rush is kind of for nerds, and I say that as a big fan of Rush, actually. And she also really liked reggae, especially like Bob Marley, and so I thought I knew diverse music, and then I did get older, and like there is so much more, and like it's some old school like hip hop, my mom would probably more like a hip hop, that kind of a thing. The first record I ever bought with my own money was, and I'm not a big fan of them now because there's so many better bands, and I know whatever, but Aerosmith. It was like a greatest hits Aerosmith. And I was like 7. That was with my own, But the first real record that I went and I bought with my own money, fast forward 4 years or something, I got in a little different scene, and it was some hardcore gangsta rap. It was the no, not the debut record. It was Biggie's debut. Ready to Die, I think, is what it was called. And then NWA, and I'm not. If you know, you know. Great record. Straight Outta Compton was I know. A white boy from the suburbs had no business buying that record, but it is still a top listen for me. It just really captures so much raw emotion. DB again, thank you so much. Okay, I really appreciate you. Do not have to be gifting all these for the goals. So we're at 3 out of 5. They're just for fun. I mean, it's just a fun thing. I'm trying, and then with questions, yes, he does go back into neutral every time. I'm trying to add on questions. Maybe I'll do a question section in Discord, where if you guys have like a question that would make a good tier question, you know, or something. And again, I'm gonna say it just like you guys do not, first of all, have to gift anything. Thank you so much, DB. Please only gift what you can. Just being here, hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button. Ooh, we're a little fast on there. I didn't like that. Truly amazing. I appreciate you all. Hold on. All right. Perfect. Aerosmith is really good. I was actually just listening to another, because that bluesy rock influence, man. Yeah, bluesy rock. Alice Cooper is awesome. I remember my dad showing me School's Out, and I was like a little kid, and I was like, fuck yeah, School's Out, mother, you know. I love it, man. This guy coming up to is kind of slow, but oh. Oh, he's got some doubles, baby. Frank Sinatra. I see, the older I get too, like I'm always like, again, like I said, death metal is my go-to, and like brutal death metal. There is a difference between death metal and brutal death metal. There are song and band names I could not repeat on this if I wanted to. Truly. Not saying that that's all who I listen to. Not saying it isn't. DB again. Thank you so much. The Out Here Brothers. What kind? I'm not sure if I'm familiar with them. Ooh. We can go 80 on this road, so we can literally hammer it down. What's up, Hayes? Hello, hello. But yeah, so the older I get, like, I really like big band music and 1940s jazz, 50s jazz, swing, kinda. Like, that was the heavy metal of its day. Maybe that's what it is. I just like equivalent heavy metal. Because I kind of like, you know, even some classical music, which is... Again, I'm not going to sit there and listen to it. I'm not that. I don't, you know. That's not at this point in my life. If someone else has got it on, bro, we're bumping it. You know what I mean? Turn that shit up. Especially if it's Wagner. Or Wagner. Will, thank you so much. Classic country. Bro, and now right there we did hit, I think that's our goal right there. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I can't even talk. Let me get over, man. Thank you so much. So we're gonna also on the playlist that we're curating up, because the chat playlist is still going. I want 7 high. Actually, we'll go there. Some Hank Williams Jr. I know that might not be classic enough. I think by today's standards, that's pretty classic. I'm a big fan of outlaw country from like the kind of 80s and 90s, I guess. Waylon Jennings. Gotta have some Johnny Cash. I've been a big Johnny Cash fan for a long times. And some Hank Williams Sr. even. I mean, some old ass shit like that. Oh my darling, kind of a whatever. Okay, this is amazing. I love it. First cassette when you were 10. I love it. I love that cassettes are making a comeback. It's amazing. And thank you again, DB. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm dropping things off my charger. Okay. I can't believe we're gonna do a tier. We're just gonna set it at tier 3, and so that's 10 super chats of any color, any amount. I think over $1 and over. Again, nobody has to gift anything, certainly at all, and you can answer the question for sure. Obviously, without gifting, I can't talk and type. It seems. Alright, we're going to keep it in the music theme. Thank you so much, DB, and Will, and Kim, for getting us to level 3. I really appreciate it. Alright, we are going to go ahead and... Let me hear, wait, who? Oops, uh-oh, hold on. Doop, doop, there we go. Hold on. Doop. There we go. And we're back. Look at this. What's up, M? Hello, hello. You got a 14-hour flight to kill out. Are you going to Tokyo as we... Why would you get over right as they're... That is amazing. Well, I hope you have a really good and safe flight. Your arms will be exhausted. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Look at that. Oh, would you look at that? Look at that rock formation. There is something about a stretched out Peterbilt, long hood, spread axle reefer with a desert backdrop. I'm just saying, man. I am just saying. Now, if I was here in real life, I'd maybe be a little less jealous. I'd still be very jealous, but just a smidge less. So yeah, the old and all the old questions will still stand. Best road trip or your favorite road trip snack? That was tier 1. God damn, these are just all stellar views. If you guys want to drive out on this road in this game, here's where we are. I mean, this whole drive from Cedar basically going to Moab. Could we maybe take that? Well, I don't know where that's going to take us. Yeah, I'm not driving. Alright, it'll be fine. Oh. Yeah, I messed that one up. Can I rewind it? Like Forza? Oh, it probably helps to not stall it. Okay, you good? You good? Oh, Jesus Christ. Garth Brooks. Not bad. Better than this. Bull haulers are better. Can bull haulers do that? Hey, what do you think I'm hauling? I'm not bullshitting. I'm just bull hauling. All right. Oops. Going out to Tokyo for a few weeks to visit some family, brother and your sister. I love it. Oh my gosh. If you do take some pictures, if you throw them, if you're in the Discord, feel free to throw them in there. If not, no worries at all. I'm a huge fan of Japan. Always wanted to visit and hope to someday. Very cool. The car culture out there. And also, because I really like guitars, they've got some really cool, just like anything cool, like Japan only guitars you can only find in Japan, and to get them anywhere else is really hard and really expensive. And there's like a whole block in Tokyo, I can't remember the name of it. It's like a whole city block or more of all these stores that's special. I mean, they're mainly musical instrument stores. And it's just kind of a paradise if you're a weirdo like that. Oh, is this a picture? Can I take a picture right here? Always trying to, yeah, look at that. Oh, let me dust that. Perfect. What's up, Seth? Hello, hello. Tom Toretto following me. I ain't got no DVD players. Sounds good. Sounds good. Alright, we'll turn that up. Or turn that off. And up, I guess, as we go up ourselves. Appreciate it, my man. Thank you so much. I just wanted something super clean. Super clean, and then I built the trailer afterwards and it matches. No, we're not doing it again. Not doing it again. You're not getting these DVDs. Oh, they're gonna fucking hit me. What are we doing here? Another... How many people are you guys pitting? I'm having deja vu. You can hear that fucking helicopter up there. Oh, man. Yeah, our kitty cat blew up, so we're running the Cummins. And if there's a Cummins to have, it's an N14. N14 and the E-model cat, or a 3406, I should say, cat. Those are the big two competitors, along with the Series 60 Detroit diesel. They're all inline 6 diesel engines. The Detroit would be the smallest. The normal Detroit, they did make a larger one, but it was a 12.7 liter. Again, that's a small one. 12.7 liter, inline 6. Oh, hey. Hopefully they heard me. What are you doing in the... Damn. Nice fucking Oldsmobile. Be a real shame if someone rear-ended it with a I don't know, 80,000 pounds plus my fat ass. Damn. So yeah, you have the Detroit was 12.7 liters. You got the N14, 14 liters. Good guess. And then you have the 3406 Cat, which, for all intents and purposes, about 15 liters. I think it really, truly is like 14.6 or 14.9. Our valves are going to come unglued as we're just revving the nuts off this thing. But everyone offered a bigger version, or, you know, you could have custom put one in, but like, yeah, Detroit had a 15 or 16 liter. And I know there's been people that have basically, they'll put like a C16, a 16 liter Cat, and they'll bore it out to 18 liters, or they'll put basically a C50, a 15 liter Cat, bore it out to 16 liters, and then put an 18 liter like cam and pistons in there and really pump that sucker up. And those will do a light tune. You know, and they're pushing close to 1,000 horsepower or something, 800, no problem. I mean, reliable. Is reliable horsepowers. Been driving the Superliner lately. Nice. Oops, I'm really fucking gonna crash. I love Mack trucks, and I've been kind of thinking about doing a run with Harvin's R model on the Steam Workshop. I don't know if it still works. I haven't used it forever. But yeah, BB King, you have his guitar signed by him, as well as Eric Clapton. Dude, I can't believe we didn't talk about Eric Clapton. Huge, yeah. Love Eric Clapton. The thing is, though, you gotta, like, with Eric Clapton, man, you gotta be, like, you gotta understand that basically all he did was cover songs. Not really, but, like, go back and listen to some of his favorite bands, or an artist that, you know, he was taking inspiration from. So much good music. And Tone, thank you so much for popping in, man. DB, hey, have a great rest of your day, night. Hope everything goes well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Truly. That is so badass. Yeah, so the previous questions, and anybody can answer. No one has to gift any super chat to answer the question. It's just for fun. The next tier of super chats unlocks the next question. Super prestigious. I know. It's so prestigious. It's not prestigious. And I saw, hold on. Kim was saying your first show. Hold on, I gotta scroll up because I was reading it and I almost crashed and then I didn't go back to it, so I apologize. An Australia girl group called Girlfriend. I like that. I love that. That's a great name. I bet they kicked ass. So yeah, the first question, what's your favorite road trip snack or essential road trip, you know, delight? And then we're almost there, I think, yeah. What was your first was it, or no, what was your road trip playlist essentials? We're putting this playlist together, the chat and IR. So let me know what you guys are throwing on there. We're running out of fuel, don't tell me that. Luckily we're here. Grand Junction, Colorado, baby. Hell yeah. We've got a lot of time, so we're actually going to get fuel right here. Can I just go, or? I hate roads that do this. It is amazing how many more, like, intersections and stuff. Like, I come across this shit every once in a while in the real world. I fucking hate them there, too. Damn it. You got them framed up in your office. Oh, I love that. Love it, love it. Is the BB King, is it like one of those, like, semi-hollow body, like, that the BB King used to play? The BB. I'm a fan of BB King. Oh, show. The thrill is gone. Fuck, man. There's a few performances of that song that are just peak as fuck. Full day of driving, basically. Look at that. Now it's 6:47. Damn, just like in real life. Can't get over. Swear to God, I'm gonna get the light too. That's okay. Gotta hang out with you guys. Yeah, and then so who are we putting in the playlist was the question, and then the current question is obviously, what was your first concert? The Eagles again. What a you guys are gonna make me jealous. It is. I love it, Em. Yes. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. I love those guitars. And the Eagles was another huge one. Such a big fan of them. My dad really likes them. Joe Walsh. Yeah, honestly, Seth, I'm not a fan of it. Casey and the Sunshine Band. We are throwing it back. The Eagles and Casey and the Sunshine Band. I'm down, you guys. Can you imagine that right there? That'd be there's some people I'm sure that are gonna watch this and be like, the Eagles and Casey. What kind of child honeydew Pokemon, I don't know, children's band is this? No. Do 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 do. I haven't thought about Casey and the Sunshine Band in forever. I'm not gonna say music was better then, because there is some great music today. I hate when people say that shit, but there was some great music back then. I have to go back out? I think I do, the same way. That's messed up, man. I don't like that. Who designed this place? That's right, we gotta air it out, baby. I did put the sound pack mod in from the Steam Workshop. I didn't have that in. Oh, we damaged our truck. How did that happen? Crazy. Crazy. That's how it goes. I did say, and I really thought, man, yeah, when Ozzy passed, I was like, dude, my world musically did stop for a moment. It really did, because I was like I said, I'm a huge fan of early Black Sabbath, especially, and I grew up listening to a lot of Ozzy Osbourne, and then I was like, and like Black Sabbath, but it was Iron Man and Paranoid, and then I'm like, wait a minute, Children of the Grave, and Behind the Wall of Sleep, and Wasp, and there's so much, the Black Sabbath, and so many amazing songs. So yeah, I'm a big fan of doom metal and Black Sabbath. So everyone kind of goes, well, they started metal, and arguably, specifically, what they started was doom metal. And yeah, great stuff for sure. Throw Kiss in? Let's go. Why not? You got both guitars as gifts. I love that. Here, we're gonna go the long way. So you also got to meet them. That's actually awesome. Oh, man. Now that's cool. Oops. That is such a cool story. What a cool, like, yeah, what a cool story. Were they nice? You gotta ask. Is our exhaust too fucking loud? Oh, this is Gerald. He's a dick. Wake up! Can't see it, but I'm flipping him the bird. Look at that parking job. The chicken. Oh, man. The chicken. Motley Crue is one of the only like kind of 80s hair bands that I would say I like. I can tolerate. I liked them a lot when I wouldn't say I liked them a lot. I liked them more when I was younger. Kind of like Guns N' Roses. I've heard them so much in my life. If I never hear Sweet Child O' Mine again, it will be too soon. And again, I don't hate the song. I actively I really liked them for a long time. Maybe that was part of the like, because I played guitar when I was younger. I've said that's always something I really want to get back into. It is one of those things, time and money. Especially if you're a little younger, and if your parents, especially if your parents are encouraging of musical instruments, check it. Try it out. Doesn't have to be a really nice one. It can literally be a cheap piece of shit acoustic. But if you're like, there's something here, like imagining if it was an electrified guitar, if that's something that piques your interest, fucking try it and stick with it. I promise you it'll be amazing. Even if you don't make it big and you never play a live gig, if you just noodle around on your own like my uncle does. I guess he did play in a couple bands in high school or something, but like he never, maybe as a younger adult, but it was never a career for him. It was just for fun. But yeah, Motley Crue. We'll put Motley Crue in there for sure. I can't believe Tom Petty hasn't come up. Thank you, Combat. And I blame myself. Big Petty fan. Hashtag Petty forever. Tom Petty or Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers? That's the question. It's a trick question because you can say both. Van Halen, my uncle that's really into guitar, Van Halen is his band. He was like in high school, you know, he's the generation kind of right under those guys, so he grew up like literally Eddie Van Halen was fucking just a rock legend, a living legend. I don't know, we're delivering to the Home Depot, don't ask me why. Or actually, I think it's home accessories. It needs to stay cold. Oh, it's Christmas decorations, that's what it is. Burr. Dude. Hello, Wisconsin. That was a fucking Vista Cruiser. Did you see that? You could literally cruise the vistas. They were both down to earth. I love that. You gotta sit on his lap. Damn. No point ever taking you to see Santa. Who's gonna top that? I don't know actually. Where is this? Oops. It might be. Yeah, I have the immersive. There it is. Yeah, I know you guys are disappointed, but we're gonna drive. We're not gonna park. Because I'm a poser. I can't park anymore. I never really could to begin with. I don't deserve to be driving this cool truck. I'll admit it. Hey Seth, thanks so much, man. I sure appreciate it. Time to hop in the real truck. Well, hey man, be safe. More than anything, be well, be safe. David Lee Roth, yeah. I do like Sammy Hagar. Chickenfoot is actually a cool band, if anyone heard of them. It's got Sammy Hagar. There's like a super group. Sammy Hagar, Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers on drums. What the fuck was his name? Mark Anthony, the bassist from Van Halen, and on guitar, Joe Satriani. And if you don't know who he is, he's one of your favorite guitarists. He's like kind of like Steve Vai. Again, if you don't know who Steve Vai is, he's your guitarist's favorite guitarist. He's both very good and very bold and very good. He's always so cool. Also really kind of like blues rock inspired. Led Zeppelin, you cannot go wrong. Seriously, well, that was a Vista Cruiser right there with the top and everything. All right, I tell you what, let's see what we can do here. No, we're not doing that big ass one. Go up to Lakeview, Oregon. It's kind of a rush job, though. Could go across here. I don't know why. Go up to Montana. It's Butte, not but Montana. Sydney, hello, hello. Huge Alice in Chains fan. Right? Yes. Okay. So this is. I got to see Alice in Chains live. I haven't been to many concerts, but that was arguably my favorite concert was Alice in Chains. on the Devil Put Dinosaurs Here tour. I don't know if that was what they called it. Look at this fucking. We're not doing that. Because it's a rush job and I want to enjoy it. We could do that, but I just think it would be kind of a mess. It's not. Look at all those twists and turns. What do you get? Honestly, this one going up here, I think would be fun. Hauling some grain. We'll do that. And we're gonna get some night driving in. We'll get some night driving in, and when I'm sick of it, we'll sleep. I don't care if the load's late. I see. Alright, we're gonna have to fuck this up. Fuck. Roll the window down in case someone screams. The Who CCR is a really good one. Oh man, I love me some Credence. John Fogerty, still out there playing music. Fucking legend, dude. Fucking legend. Actually, that's a good. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that. But I'm gonna, because I gotta grab something. There we go. I grabbed it. My charger. John Fogerty recently won or bought back the rights to his songs. And, I saw some videos of him. This was, I think, a year or two ago now. And he just looks so happy, to be playing, you know, able to play them. And they were his again. I'm gonna fuck this up, I think. I'm just actually kind of curious how I could, not do that. I completely understand that, Mike, and I am so jealous. Slayer is, they're one of those bands, man. They're like the they're kind of the next Black Sabbath, like Metallica. Slayer, they're like the next Black Sabbath. You know, they're getting a little older. They're still out there doing the deal. I'd be curious to know what tour, because I guess 20 years ago. I think I might know which one. Well, I don't want to say. They tour a lot. I want to know who the drummer would be. If it would have been, if Dave was the drummer, or if it was one of the other ones, because the original drummer, they're all really good, but Dave Lombardo, one of the all-time, again, if you got a heavy metal band that you like or listen to, one of 9 out of 10 of those drummers will say Dave, the drummer of Slayer, is their influence. Good reason. All right, we made it out of there with only a little bit of damage. You'll be in Grand Junction in 2 weeks. Weather is nice. It is really nice out there. Let's see. Well, now we're we're in Grand Junction. Yeah, it's 53 degrees at night. It's perfect. I don't know if there's any snow. Not in this game. Not until I download the mod. That is so cool. I've always wanted to go to Colorado. Jimi Hendrix is another great one. I'm a huge Jimi Hendrix fan. Again, blues, guitar. One of the craziest things for me with Jimi Hendrix, and people say the same thing about the Beatles, but Jimi Hendrix, and I'm not saying that he's the best, and you know that this is the, you know, he's the best that did it in the quickest or shortest time, but like, think of Jimi Hendrix. You know, he's always on the list of greatest rock star, you know, classic songwriter, guitarist especially. Like, you can argue who's your favorite. You can't argue if, like, who was the one of the best. I mean, you can argue that, I guess, but he has to be one of the best. He has to be in the conversation. Let me rephrase. Is it really right now? That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Stevie Nicks and Heart, dude. You're like a I gotta sing it like Jack Black from School of Rock, so I don't get demonetized, because I've got such a... My voice is so much like Stevie's, you know? So we'll throw some Heart and some Stevie Nicks, or some Fleetwood Mac, I guess. I do like some of their songs. If anyone is gonna give Mike, first of all, if anyone gives driver Mike flack anywhere, let me know, okay? Let me know. If anybody... Now, first of all, that being said, you're whack. No, that is a great... Paul McCartney? Are you serious? Yeah. He's out there, still touring. I saw a review of, it's always funny when, you know, like, newspapers go to concerts and review them. And, once in a while, I'll read them, or whatever, just to check in. And Paul McCartney's like, they're like, yeah, he's hitting near 90, you know, or he's 80. I mean, he's 80. I don't want to say near 90, he's 80. But man, what the, you know? Aaron Lewis. I never really got into Stained, 'cause he was the singer of Stained, right? But he always had a good voice. You live close to Jimmy's real life birth house. That's cool. I got to see, when I was in Seattle many moons ago, they had, I don't think it's still there, and it's still sort of there, but I think it's quite different. But it was, at the time, it was the Experience Music Project Museum. EMP Museum. And it was really cool. They had a lot of it was like a rock and roll and sci-fi and just everything. I don't know. It was a really, really cool museum. And they had, they had the musical instruments, all the band's equipment from the music video of Smells Like Teen Spirit, Nirvana, which I am throwing some Nirvana in the mix. I am not throwing in Smells Like Teen Spirit. If you guys want it, we're throwing it in there, but I'm going to throw some other ones, like Sliver. Oh gosh, I'm on the spot. I feel like I can't, yeah, I literally can't think of the name of the song that's in my head. 83 and still rocking. That's crazy. You know what my grandpa was doing at 83? Dying. No, I'm kidding. Oh God. But really, that's amazing. Alive or dead, who would I like to see in concert? We'll be here all night. Anyway, I'll get to that because that's a great question. Um, ZZ Top is another really good one. Again, blues rock. Love it. And the beards. How do you not? The aura they get from the beards is ridiculous. You're gonna see Heart when they come to town. That's really cool. I say so. I'm a big, and again, I might catch some flack for this. And I know there's so many tropes with this band. They're such a big band. They're as famous as their followers, or their followers or following is as famous as them in a way, and especially people that don't. And I'm not like a huge long time follower compared to like my aunt, but I'm gonna tell you it's the Grateful Dead. Oh my God, yeah, I know, and people love to make jokes and this and that, and a lot of it's deserved, but just some of the most amazing, vibrant, just real happy music that I have seen. Um, some live performances throughout their history has been amazing. Um, the Grateful Dead is so good. The songwriting, and I, yeah, you can make the drugs will help. Yeah, whatever. Okay, some of the shit is again bluesy influence, that real cool country, especially early Grateful Dead when Pigpen was in the band. R.I.P. Um, so great. They're a band I would love to see in like '69. There was actually a concert they did in like 1971 that in Oregon that you can see. Um, there's still some pretty fucking good footage of. So good. I am Mike. That's where Jack Straw comes from. That is where Jack Straw, my hippie character, that's where his name came from. Um, are you serious? It's not there anymore. We drove all the way out here for fuck all and nothing. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. All right, we're taking this one, I guess. We're taking some empty pallets. Or I do what I usually do, and I just go anywhere in the world I want because I can do what I want. I can do what I want. Anthony, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Smashing Pumpkins is so good. And Charlie Daniels. I know they've got some other bangers. I don't know a lot, but the came down. Devil put dinosaurs. Devil came down to Georgia. Absolute banger. 100% banger. Corrosion of Conformity. That was another band I was thinking of with some real good riffage. Let's see. Yeah. Well, his full name is Jackson, because why would that be? It's such a hippie. I thought that was such a dumb name, but yeah. Yeah. Where could we go to? Where could we go from? Um, Dude, Primus sucks. I have to say, I can't just let that happen because people are going to be like, oh, Xander, you're kind of a dick. If you like, I think Daniel will understand what I'm saying, but Primus is a band, they are almost uncategorizable. They are almost uncategorizable. I mean, they're a rock band, like you would have, like, you know what I mean? They're not pop, they're not like, but they do have some like kind of country vibes and some, they're out there, man. Where could we go? Where could we go? I know I come out of Steamboat Springs a lot. That's I think my home base in this level or this playthrough, and I really do like it. But I was also trucking through Iowa, and that was fun. Um, Atumwa, that's where Radar's from. Pink Floyd, The Who, Bon Jovi, those are good ones. But yeah, Primus, their sort of unofficial slogan, if you see a video of someone saying that they like Primus or a video of Primus, go to the comments. Top comment will be Primus sucks. It's become kind of a running joke. That I have gotten into them more lately. I've known about them a lot. They're like one of those like a musicians band. You know what I mean? I would say they're a big musicians band. Why don't we go from Ottumwa to Oklahoma? How about that? Offer expires in 12 hours, though. I feel like we should get some sleep, but I don't know. Because if it's just going to be pitch-ass black, but we'll see. We'll see. So... Is this it? Oh, hello. Oh, I know what happened. Don't worry about it, though. So it would have us turn here. Wow. Alright, and just like that, we're in Iowa. Primus is a sweet band. Yeah, I really like them. My thoughts on the Butthole Surfers. I love the band name. It's great. Peak, even. They have that one song. God, what the fuck is it called? I'm getting it mixed up with Cake. You know, she's going, or he's going, I know it's not that song. And that came before. I know, I have the Butthole oh, no, was it Sharon got with Sharon while she was sharing Sharon's outlook? Well, hold on. Pepper, that's what it was called. Yeah, I really wish that we could fucking listen to some songs together. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do like a non-monetized stream where we'll just fucking play some tunes. I think that'd be fun because I do like their song Pepper. Janis Joplin, yeah, that I do. I couldn't name probably. I could name a song if I heard it because I'd go, oh, that sounds like Janis Joplin. But again, that'd mostly be from my Jimi Hendrix listening days. It wants us to go around back. Go around the back door. Can you see? You can see my chicken a little bit. Oh, they want us to back. They want us to. Oh, they want us to back it in like that. Well, easily, easy. Lynyrd Skynyrd's another big one for me. My old man loved Lynyrd Skynyrd. And they're a band like in their heyday. If you know anything about them, you know, Lynyrd Skynyrd had like 9 members. Everyone thinks Slipknot did it first. No, I'm kidding. No one, you know, Slipknot, kind of like Slipknot. They're like, you know, hey, what are you gonna play? I'm gonna play guitar. Well, I'm playing guitar. Okay, we'll have 2 guitarists. Well, can my other friend join? What does he play? Guitar. All right, we'll have 3 guitars, just like the Grateful Dead too. What do you play? Drums. Well, I play drums. For a while, so actually the Grateful Dead, it's not that simple, but the Grateful Dead had 2 drummers. Full on, full drummers, full drum sets. Super good. The Animals! Oh, God, yes. Oh, God, yes. I know I'm sounding like I'm having a crisis, but I really think they are... Oh, dude. I put them up against the Beatles, for sure. For me, I prefer the Animals over the Beatles. 38 Special is good. They're a little more... Hootie and the Blowfish is a good band too. For like 38 Special is always just not rock and roll enough for me. You know, I'm too cool. But I've seen quite a bit of that. I don't say that. From what I've seen, it's good stuff. They're a great band for sure. If you like Lynyrd Skynyrd, and if you're looking, and it doesn't have to be Southern rock, but this is a modern Southern rock band. They've been around for a while. I haven't listened to them for a little while. So I'm gonna only recommend up until, um, was it like their 2015 album? But and you guys might have heard of them. They're not like a little known band anymore. They've been around the block a few times, toured and everything. Also, look how good this thing is, man. Hell fucking yeah. Blackstone Cherry. They're a really good band from, I think, from Kentucky. Might even be Bowling Green? I don't remember. Unpopular opinion, Black Sabbath is mid. Daniel, out! Daniel, I'm stopping the truck. I cannot believe it's only... Okay, I know you weren't here earlier. Oh. Oh, fuck, dude. You're gonna hurt me like that? You're gonna hurt me like that? I was literally saying Black Sabbath. And specifically, their first 3 albums. Like, and... Not Paranoid, not Iron Man, which are on the same record. Fuck that. I'm talking their Black Sabbath self-titled, their debut album. Opening track is Black Sabbath. You listen to that in a dark room, you can't tell me there's a little freaky shit going on. That is such a compelling song. And Tony Iommi on guitar hitting the tritones, which famously or infamously back in the medieval ages was sort of like a forbidden note to play musically, because it's a tritone sounds sour. It's like hitting a sour note. So when you, it's the, in the song, it kind of goes bum bum ba da 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 da, and he hits like a tremolo, a tritone, and when he hits that, you'll know it. And this is a little bit of a sour, you know. Should I time him out, boss? I don't know. Are you gonna play nice, Daniel? What's your favorite record? It's easy. It's the same as the name of the band. No, I'm kidding. I would argue that, and as a huge Black Sabbath fan, I prefer Black Sabbath to like the Ozzy, but like they're different. They're so different. One is the prototype of heavy metal and doom metal and this bluesy guitar goodness, and then the other is just some like classic kind of heavy metal 80s shredding rock guitar, you know. And also just like Van Halen and other bands, like they went through some lineup changes, most famously obviously with the singer. Ozzy was so bad on drugs that they were like, dude, you're out. And that was obviously the best thing to happen to both of them, because, hey, if Ozzy was in that band, probably would have died. But we wouldn't have gotten the great solo shit. And I love Ronnie James Dio. Huge fan of Dio and Rainbow. But I'll say, and I think overall, like, way better singer. Like, no one has ever heard Ozzy and went, my God, what a voice. You know, they might go, my God, what a voice. But he was great for Black Sabbath. People usually understand what you're going with that. You're good, Daniel. I'm just saying, if you like blues, the first album, it is filled with just bluesy goodness. I gotta go this way. There is so much blues. Behind the Walls of Sleep, NIB, Wasp, which are kind of connected into one song. Oh my God. And then the Black Sabbath song. It starts kind of slow. You'll be a little bored, and then you'll be scared. And then when it kicks in, oh, it's like Stairway to... Hey! My cat is being naughty. It's like Stairway to Heaven. When it kicks in. My thoughts on Shinedown's cover. So, I like Shinedown for what they are. Just kind of like a good rock band. I think this guy's gonna... I kind of... So I like them. I like some of their earlier stuff, but I never got super into them. Sorry, guys. I gotta shut the window. Actually, it's a little chilly here. My computer runs, gets it warm in here, but I gotta shut the window. Give me 1 second. Blue Oyster Cult, and who said Mastodon? Of the Mastodon era? You like Mastodon, Daniel? Are you saying you like Mastodon? What's your favorite record? What's your favorite era of Mastodon? Because it matters. Ian, hello! Okay. We are talking about music today. One of my favorite things in the world. Oh, okay. Nope. You know what? Daniel's good. We forgive him. It's kind of crazy. It's a little crazy to me that you're saying. You didn't say that Black Sabbath sucked. You just said they were mid. That's okay. It's okay. You don't know. But dude, Mastodon was one of my favorite bands, truly. And I'll get to that in a second. Disturbed, Sound of Silence. I'm gonna go and a lot of people love it. And they better, because they never stopped playing that song on the radio. I haven't listened to the radio in so long, and every time I turn it on multiple stations, it would be, yeah, it'd be that song. And I gotta say, I'm not a fan. It's too slow for me. I don't like ballads usually. And I'm not the big... I used to really like Disturbed when I was a kid. They were like my first band, I think. They were my first band, one of my first bands that I really liked. Like, that I found. And I grew up, I found them. My dad didn't listen to that music. Yeah, so I still think that Disturbed's debut album, The Sickness, is a really good one. Was the second... gosh, I'm really going back, and I'm kind of pissed that I can't remember, because, again, they were huge for me. I love this dark-ass road. Holy shit. Leviathan and Blood Mountain. Okay, these are good ones. Arguably their most well, Leviathan. So, oh my God, Mastodon. I could talk for a while about Mastodon. I'm so sad about Brent. That really fucked me up. Okay, and so this is the band, you guys. They formed in 2000, and they had up until the summer the same lineup. And I always thought that was so cool, that same group of guys. It was the same group of guys, and one of their guitarists. Also, what's cool about Mastodon is they all sang. Well, 4 guys in the band. They all play instruments. One of them, early in the band, early on when they were kind of screaming and growling, he would do some background growling. He doesn't. I don't know if he even does that anymore. But they don't really do much of that anymore, so he doesn't really sing. But you still have 3 totally different voices. And anyway, he was not in the band anymore, kicked out of the band. I don't know. Definitely some issues there. And if you know anything about him, he kind of was living the rock star life, let's say that. But when he got out of the band, was kicked out, left, whatever, and then not too long, within a month even, he died in a motorcycle accident, and that just fucking crushed me. Honestly, I'll be honest, that hit me harder and more than Ozzy. It was right around then, maybe a little before, a little after, I can't remember. I love how peaceful this is at night. But I love Iron Maiden. Fucking love Iron Maiden. The Monkees? Yes. What do you got, Ian? What's some of your favorites? It's started with the question, one of my goal questions, was what would your favorite or a good lineup or sorry, a playlist for road trips? And it's snowballed into my just what I love, discussion about music. I'm so happy. I'm truly elated with you guys. So thank you so much. I think I can just go here. Dude. Big Iron Maiden fan. Also, I love that, and the Monkees can't be your guilty pleasure. Did you see the car that fucking, oh my god, why am I gonna blank on his name now? The famous car customizer. He cut up a Pontiac GTO and they made the Monkey Mobile or whatever. I know we passed that cinematic thing, that's okay. Something Baron. Yeah, it's pissing me off. He made the Batmobile. I think the fucking... I cannot think of it. The Proclaimers, Andrew Gould, Toby Keith, some country. Is the now the Proclaimers? Are they the ones who walked 1,000 miles or 500 miles? Is that them? Because if so, I fuck with that song so heavy. Yes, it's because I watched How I Met Your Mother. If you know, you know. But also, it's a good song. REM. Did anyone say REM? I know if there might, Daniel, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Pantera is a great choice. Pantera is a great choice. Da da da. Da da da. Da 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 da. No one knows what I'm. Oh man. So Pantera is such a great example of heavy crushing riffage and a fucking groove. So much so that some people even refer to them as groove metal. It's not like, for me, it's not a real genre, but it's a great way to kind of describe it. And it's like toe tapping. You can't not, and I don't just mean headbanging. Domination. Dude, with Vinnie Paul on the drums, Dimebag's brother, I love that, you know, brothers in arms, brothers in guitars, and anyway, yeah, Pantera, super. George Barris, and I was still wrong, damn it. Okay, well, thank you. I really thought he made the fucking Monkey Mobile. What the hell am I thinking of? We're good on fuel, I think. So I'm not a big country person. It was something that I didn't grow up with. Even though my dad grew up on a farm in the country, like most of his classmates were probably listening to that. He was, you know, the rock and roller kind of kid. So, but that being said, I've always loved Johnny Cash, and so I've always kind of had a little bit of a, okay. I have some friends that are into them, and I don't know who is who. But I I know all of the names. I recognize all of the names. I think Tyler Childers for sure. I've got some friends that are real big fans of him. I think I've heard some Sturgill. Isn't he younger too? I think they both are. They all are, right? But isn't Sturgill like he's young but like really has that good like classic country voice? Or no, I don't know. Bill Murray. I've never heard of them. They called Bill Murray like the actor because I love that. Oh man, I love when a band does something funny like that. Like there's a heavy metal band and they're all dressed up like Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. You think I'm bullshitting? I cannot remember. What the fuck? The Ned Flanders. Hold on. I'm just gonna Google it right now because I want to tell you guys. Ned Flanders metal band. Oakley Dokley. They're called Oakley Dokley, and they all dress up like Ned Flanders. I'm not kidding. Oh wait, nope, they're not around anymore. Oh well. They're a metalcore band. Not super into metalcore myself, but I respect it. Actually, I'd say that one of the like not I don't want to say prototypes, but like one of the archetypes of metalcore. Killswitch Engage. Oh my gosh, I love Killswitch Engage. George Barris bought it later on. Okay, I don't know, but is that okay? I believe. I got what you're saying. Cause yeah, I know that he did the original Batmobile and some other kind of thing. Maybe I'm thinking he did the Munsters car, I believe. Maybe that's sort of what I'm thinking of. But yeah, I thought he did. But now that you say that, I do recognize that name, Dean Jeffries. I do recognize that name. Oops. Oh, I switched lane. Let's switch back. I've heard some Sleep Token, and so they're really interesting. I'm a huge fan of like heavy metal, and what I love and hate about heavy metal is what I love is all the genres. Like there's I mean you can kind of be as basic and as niche, and some of it really sounds dumb, but like there's like death metal, like I've mentioned a couple times. I think I can be in this lane. Nope, I cannot. Sometimes I do 2 lanes, sometimes I don't. Then you've got like old school brutal death metal, and then there's like black metal and doom metal. So there's so many different varieties of just this extreme type of music, but that comes along with that is you got snobs. You get snobs, and one of the worst types of metal snobs is my music is heavier than yours, and I hate that. As someone who will listen to arguably some of the heaviest music, I cannot repeat some of the subject matter, let alone the actual band names. You could not repeat them on television. And I have heard some Sleep Token riffs, I gotta get over, that crush, that are just brutal as all get out in a good way. So yeah, I couldn't name a song on them. I will say the song was a little long for me. I think it was like a 9-minute song, and I love long songs. I'm a big fan of Tool. If we want to talk some pretty epic musicianship, Tool, okay? Holy fuck nuggets. Oh my god, Tool. Ugh. I'll be a snob for Tool, and they're some of the snobbiest. But I love them. Back when I was really getting into Disturbed, I also got into Korn and Tool. That was kind of my new metal sort of little trio there. Dragula, nice. You've been to the Johnny Cash house? That's dope. So we got you. You're near the Johnny Cash house. Daniel's near Jimi Hendrix's house. That's pretty sweet. Did you ever go to the Johnny Cash house? Oh, you said you have been. Yeah. Okay. Was it cool? I bet it was kind of cool. Sometimes they're, they're like, it's a. Well, then again, also like Johnny Cash, you can grow up with much, so I'm sure it's just a shack by today's standards. You do it up, Ian. I don't know if they'll top Oakley Dokley. But yeah, no, that is fucking dope shiitake. You're near Abe Lincoln's house, dude. You make love to Tool. I think when you mean like Tool makes love to your eardrums when you listen to it. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It is sonic sex. You heard it here first. If you've never heard Tool, they're a really, really, really good band. They're another like musicians band, but not in the way like anybody can enjoy it. They're one of those bands where they don't do Oh, that's cool. Toll Road. They're one of those bands where they do nothing by accident. And certainly at this point in their career, they've been around and established since the early 90s. Nothing they do is on accident. And their last album came out. Did Fear Inoculum, was that in 2019? I think it was, and we waited like 13 years for it. Basically, they're like Rockstar. They're like Rockstar. You're gonna wait, and you're gonna be pissed. And they're gonna say, fuck you, keep waiting. And you will keep waiting, and then you'll buy it, and you'll go, God damn it, it was really good. Again, they have that groove that I need. I need a groove like Lateralis and Eulogy. These songs that just, they ooze it. They truly ooze it. Maynard James Keenan is one of the greatest fucking vocalists and songwriters. They're songs that I've listened to so many times, and I'm still like kind of dissecting it and listening. It can be easy to overindulge in Tool. You could say that. I'll do it. I will do it. I gotta be in the mood, and I might skip through some of the filler, like 4 minutes of synthesizers. I'm like, sorry, I didn't take my daily LSD today. But you don't need it. Live, oh my god. Some of the weirdest stage presence ever. If you've ever seen Tool live, especially in the last 20 years, just a video, I mean, you'll know what I mean. The singer is not up front. The singer's back, like behind the drummer. If he could, he wouldn't even be on stage. Was it 13 years? I thought I was going a little crazy, but that's the record that got me into Tool. It was 10,000 Days. I don't know if I could have a favorite. I might say 10,000 Days just because it's got a special place in my heart, but Lateralis is really good, and Anemia is fantastic. That's true too. We did wait 20 years for that. 2013 to 2019 trap rap. Are you talking like Future? and Rich Homie Quan, because I know when people say like that's what I think of when I hear someone say trap, but I know there's also like EDM trap, and I don't like I'm not a big EDM person. I get why people like it. I can fuck with it, you know, in moderation. But it was Nightwish. I am unfamiliar. It sounds familiar, though. Maybe I'm not unfamiliar. It does sound familiar. Trapping out the bando. Dude, okay, again. Second time. White boy from the burbs. I had no business listening to. My first, like, real record that I bought with my own money when I was 12 or 13 was NWA Straight Outta Compton. And the Notorious B.I.G.'s debut record. Like, he has a track on there. I'm not even going to talk about it. There are the themes on that record, at best, are suggestive. Nightwish's opera metal, that definitely rings a bell. That definitely rings a bell. Okay. Have they been around for a little bit? Your first Tool album was Lateralis. What an album. What a fucking album. Dude, I was a huge fan of Future, Young Thug. Honestly, so 808 Mafia, Metro Boomin. What I really loved about it was the production, the beats, and the bass. Booming 808s, which is like the bass drum, the drum machine. That's where that name comes from. And I had some friends in high school, like that. I was in high school, you know, around that time on the earlier side, and I had friends that had a subwoofer in their car or truck, and you know, now I kind of wish that we were bumping some, like, you know, what I mostly listened to. Because I think it would have been fucking hilarious to, you know, hear, like, some of the heavy metal bands or whatever with the subs. But, dude. Rich Homie Quan died recently, and that did make me sad, because I fucked with him pretty heavy when he started out. Rich Homie? Hi. Like, by the time he did that Flex Ooh 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 song, I already, like, I didn't like that song. You know. You don't feel so awkward for listening to Public Enemy? No way. Don't do that. So, I was a little late to Juice WRLD. And I am a little disappointed because, yeah, he was really good. He did that split, and again, I was kind of getting out of that phase when he was coming in, and he did the split album with Future. Ah, fuck. Oh, yeah, you want to... Okay. I see. Sure. But yeah, so that is awesome that someone else is still out there, man, cranking it. Every once in a while. I was a big fan of Young Thug Slime Season 2. And some old Future was good, but like he really hit his stride with Monster, the mixtape, and with Metro Boomin on production. That was it for me. That was such a lethal combination. I loved it. Migos, that was also what I was gonna say. That's what I was originally saying was, A white boy from the suburbs had no business bumping Migos and Future on the way to school, you know. Public Enemy's still dope. Public Enemy and Anthrax, one of the greatest crossovers, genre crossovers of the 90s, let alone all time. Anthrax is one of the greatest metal bands, one of the big four thrash metal bands along with Megadeth, Slayer, and Metallica. They're the only East Coast band of the four, and they have the most hardcore, and I mean as in the genre, hardcore punk influences that you would only get with that kind of New York hard edge. So someone was talking, I think it was Nemo, shared a video of Corey Taylor's singing with the band Apocalyptica, which was pretty cool. Yeah, I've heard of them, but I never really listened to them. Fucking sick shit. It was some sick shit. I'll be honest, so I'll tell you guys, since we're cool, you guys won't judge me, or you will. You'll judge me depending on what you'll listen to, and it'll probably be not the greatest thing. One of my favorite genres to listen to is a super niche genre of brutal death metal, or brutal, like just extreme music, and that's called slam. Basically, it's generally detuned guitars, palm muting, chugging, and a lot of blast beats from the drums, and it is so good. And some of them are really funny, you know, so like some of them are kind of like meme bands. I don't want to say they're like meme bands, but they have like, they put funny samples in their songs. Well, one band I can tell you, they're called Bolt Cutter, and they have a song called From Round Here, and I love that song. It's so great. It's perfect like meme slam. And the intro has the back up, Terry. Back up, Terry. Such a great fucking Beastie Boys, another great sort of crossover on themselves. Thank you. I really did like Beastie Boys. If anyone, the music video, oh, look at that. Who's there shooting radar? So yeah, oh man, Beastie Boys were great. Their music video it was from their 2012 record, but it just had so much classic Beastie Boys, and it had a lot of cameos. It was a funny music video, and then they made an extended version. It was like 30 minutes long. Really funny, really good, really good. And it kind of continued from the "You Gotta Fight for Your Right," I think, song, music video or whatever, where they're fucking up the party or the apartment or whatever. So slam metal, it's I think more late 90s. Cannibal Corpse, I would classify them as death metal. At this point, they're more, we're letting him, we don't want to be on the scales, you know, then they yell at us. I would say Cannibal Corpse, honestly, if you want to get pedantic, again, like I said, with all the genres of metal, they would be an old school death metal band. And I like them. I really do, actually. This is a fun little song. And that's all I can say on YouTube. If you know, you know. Look at this sucker. Where are we? Oh shit, we're in Oklahoma already. God damn. You're gonna fuck with Bill Murray for sure. That sounds awesome. Amish country. I'm excited to try it out. But so yeah, you got bands like Peeling Flesh, and I know that sounds maybe terrible. That's really not terrible. That's not a bad. They're kind of the biggest name in slam right now, and they're a good example of kind of that. They're having fun with it. Memes slam. They put a lot of samples in there. A lot of they're in their latest. They're on tour right now, and they just put an album out, I think, or an EP. And one of their big songs right now has the live, at least, has that sample of a Jet 2 Holiday in it. Before they go into some crazy guttural vocals and stuff. Cannibal Corpse is good, but there's just, for me, I needed more. Yeah. Twisted Sister? Or Twisted Sisters? Is that a different band? If you're talking Twisted Sister, I know them. Heck yeah. We'll throw that on the playlist. For sure. A super weird band. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember the name. They have a song called Bales of Sugar, but it's not sugar. Bales of Coca-Cola. It's a they're a rockabilly band. Oh my gosh, it's a really funny, fun song. You will not be able to not toe tap. If you cannot toe tap to this song, honestly, you might be dead inside. Well, I was working on the farm. Bam, 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 bam. Rockabilly. I do like rockabilly vibes. Like, dude, I love that whole like 50s kind of slick back hair and the cool cars and kind of like Grease, but not in a stupid, creepy or scummy way. Oh, we're gonna. It's okay to do it if you got your fucking hazards on. I'm driving here, you fucking idiot. Some people just can't share the fucking road. Oh my god. It's so bad. We were flying. Yeah, no wonder we're almost there. The Reverend, yes. Reverend Horton. Fucking, it was the Reverend Horton Here's a Who. No, but it was Reverend Horton or whatever. I saw a video short of, yes, with that dude. He did not know what he was getting into. There is a few of those videos of people doing that. There's another another band I really like. They're a modern brutal death metal band. If you saw the logo, you couldn't read it, and honestly, if you saw the word, you probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it like me, because there's a lot of O's, U's, and G's. There's like 3 G's in it, not all in a row. And they're called Sanguisugabog. A few different ways you can pronounce it. Anyway, super awesome, just heavy metal band, and they have a song. It leaves little to the imagination. Called Dragged by a Truck. And I just love it how the dude's just this fucking blockhead. Like, he is just big. He's not big, but he's big. He's short, but stocky. And he's like, this is a song about getting dragged by a truck. It's called Getting Dragged by a Truck. I don't know why. It just kills me. And, you know, if you're offended by that, I'm sorry. Obviously, that's not your kind of music, but, Fulci is another good band. If anyone's interested in doing some like true death metal, Fulci, named after the classic Italian horror director, movie maker. They're pretty good. Maybe I could share some other names of some other bands in Discord, but like I genuinely could not say some of the band names. My favorite I couldn't say. One of them. I don't even want to say that because then let's talk about bands we can talk about. Let's see. Oh, what is this intersection thing here, man? Uh-oh. Yep. My bad on that one. What's up, Kazim? Hello, hello. Give me 1 second here, guys. Okay. Actually, let's do this. Gwar. I like Gwar. Yeah. Always wanted to see them. Talk about stage presence. They bring a lot of presence to that stage. And props. Someone mentioned, someone did mention Green Day, which was a good mention for punk, and I'm going to kind of take that, and then I'm going to, if you know anything about punk, you're going to be confused, because it's going to make me think of other kind of punk. Black Flag, I got to put them in the playlist. And if you don't like Black Flag, or the Circle Jerks, or DRI, don't worry, because their songs are honestly 3 minutes is about as long as you're gonna get. Doesn't start with Turbo, does it? No. I want to know what you're thinking of. A band that I couldn't say the name of that starts with Turbo. I shudder to think. Santana Combat. That is a great choice. I love Santana. Again, blues rock. We drove through the night. I didn't think we would, but yeah. They're from Sweden. Are they a metal band? Because now I gotta. I know there's some Swedish bands that they like to party. There's a band called Party Cannon, and they're a Scottish death metal band. And their logo kind of looks like the Toys R Us logo, so I could see a lot of people not knowing. Oh. Oh, is that? Oh. 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 No, that's not it. That's definitely not the band. Holy shit. From Are you talking the band from 1989 to 99 and then was active from 2002 to 2010 and then from 2011 to present? No, not them. Wow. Holy fucking Jesus Christ. I don't even know what to say to that. There must be more. There must be more that I am missing, but holy shit. So when I'm thinking of offensive, I'm more thinking of just like offensive to humanity in terms of like grotesque and like there's a band called like I think it's Abominable Putridity. Grandma's not going to be listening to them on the way to church. You know what I'm saying? They're from Sweden. Okay. So maybe we gives them boys a pass. I don't know why I'm going German. You saw Green Day live. I bet they would be a good band live. I might have time to do another short run here. Well, let's see here. So, funny enough, my partner is at a concert and with a friend, and that I think will be wrapping up shortly. So I might have to break off and start like preheating the oven for pizza or something. So I'm not sure how long it will take them to get here or what. But rest assured, we'll figure it out. But we'll do some more. El Dorado, baby. We have not gone into Arkansas. And I don't think we will because they want us to go fast. I don't want to go fast. That's a straight-ass line, isn't it? It's kind of boring. But it would get us not even to Jonesboro, technically. Oh. Tesla truck. Careful, Daniel. I've never heard of them. Yeah, I'm more meant like you know, a band called like Kill Your Whole Family or something. You know what I mean? I don't, and that probably is a band name. But yeah, they went for the shock value on that one. I guess they got it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, thank you, Mike. That's why I was like, I gotta figure it out. And honestly, what I was thinking of was like just turbo F word. Or turbo like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, I guess we're not going there. Where else should we go? You know, Alamogordo is nice this time of year, but there's also not a hell of a lot around. Maybe Tucumcari. We're doing that one. Tuk, tuck, tuk, tuck, tuk. So the thing again, I'm a big fan of extreme metal music, and there are some names. There are names. Now, there's a difference. There is a difference in a name that is intentionally chosen for straight up shock value. And even like a lot of those, I mean, a lot of them, I mean, almost all of them are for a shock value, but some are arguably more, and that's definitely one of them. That's a good drinking game, maybe. What's the most effed up band name? You know, this for like, you know, REO Speedwagon. That's a good effed up band name. No, I'm kidding. Motorhead. I missed that. I saw Motorhead. My first real concert. I won tickets to Megadeth's Gigantour back in like 2012, something like that. And Lacuna Coil opened. They were freaking awesome. And they're a French metal band. And they have two lead singers, a female and a male singer, and they fucking duke it out. They're great. And they actually, the singer, the female singer of that band has a song, a duet song, or sort of a duetted song that she recorded with Megadeth that they performed live. That was really cool. And obviously, as time has gone on, what really stands out to me for that show was Motorhead. When I say, when Lemmy hit that fucking stage, and he did the typical, like, we are Motorhead, and we play rock and roll. Like, just, oh my God, you guys. I still remember. His mole. I was in the same building as Lemmy and his mole. Fucking epic. Fucking epic. I will never forget just the movement. Alright, so we're going from Tucumcari, New Mexico to Fort Collins. That is the plan. I tell you what, let me go ahead. I'm going to just start preheating this oven just in case it's going to get ready. Are we winning? Yes, we're winning because we're talking all about music, and I'm driving a sweet-ass truck that I'm going to actually let you guys take a look at before I stall it. Hello, Allie. GG4L. GG for always. How are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. I got the old question was road trip playlist essentials. If you got any, drop them down because there's no wrong answers. We're having, I mean, literally everything from big band music like Frank Sinatra to death metal, like truly. I have gotten into a little bit more of grindcore. I don't want to say even that because, but I really like Napalm Death. I really like Napalm Death. And they're obviously kind of the king of that. I don't want to say king, but like one of the pioneers of grindcore. Anything Taylor Swift. Let's fucking go. Anyone got anything to say about Taylor? You can say it now. Okay? My partner loves Taylor Swift, so yeah. In her car, she has, I bought her like a Christmas ornament thing. Well, it's not, I guess, a Christmas ornament, but it's a thing you hang from your rear view mirror, even though it's illegal. And it says, in this car, we listen to Taylor Swift. And I think it's really funny to look at that when we're listening to my music. But yeah, have you listened to the new Taylor Swift album, Allie? Did you like it? My partner hasn't really listened to it because we've been having, you know, some stuff has been going on, and she doesn't want to listen to it when she's sad. So I hope it's really good for her. But yeah, everyone just zip it up. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone zip it up. Taylor Swift is going in rotation. Okay? Hashtag Taylor's version. Okay? Midnight's Maroon. This is landing for one person in this chat. Paris? Yeah. I know about Paris. Okay, I'm gonna go start that oven, otherwise she'll be sending me to Paris and not So it is funny. I have a whole playlist for my partner that I like made just called Princess or whatever, because that's who she is for me, right? And it is mostly Taylor Swift and you know, bands like that, musicians like that. I've snuck a couple of my tracks in there, just a couple. He knows about Maroon in Paris. Yeah. We're gonna get out here. It's funny. I'm probably one of the only people that has like the extreme brutal death metal that I've been talking about, and I think I do have some Taylor Swift saved in my playlist. Let me just see, or in my liked songs. Or maybe I actually did get rid of them because I made my own playlist. Yeah. So yeah, we listen to Evermore. I mean, we listen to everything. I recognize all of this shit. Folklore, Midnight. So 1989. Yeah. Yep. Down Bad. But Daddy, I love him. Florida. Florida. Yeah, I know that song. I know. What has she done? Can she sing Napalm Death songs? I don't think so. Most people probably. You know, she's... Oh shit, it's raining. Anyway. Album is crazy good. Hell yeah. Good. Well, I'm glad. I really hope that she likes it. Did you ever get to see Taylor Swift live? And if so, how was it getting tickets? Was it that was something I really tried for that last tour. I really tried, and it was insane. I mean, the website wasn't working, and then very quickly it was like, okay, $500 a ticket, and I'm like, I not even if I wanted to. Not even if I wanted to. Daniel, you are playing with my motherfucking emotions here. You are playing with my motherfucking... You come in here saying that Black Sabbath is mid after I just got done pouring my heart out. Oh, hold on. YouTube is fucking up. Love it. Okay, there we go. You come in here saying Black Sabbath is mid, even after I've spilled my guts about early Sabbath being one of my favorites. And then... Oh, okay. They are coming, I guess. Then you say Mastodon's cool, so I'm like, we're back in. And now I don't even know what to think. But Ariana could belt out some Napalm Death. Oh, fuck yeah, she could. You did get to see the Eras tour. So yeah, we watched that. We did the whole the video. We watched it on the video. I sound like an old person. We watched it on the video giver. There's like a black box and it shows a picture. Coming through. Alright, let's let her eat. Actually, do I gotta turn up here? No. Kevin, what's going on? Very good seats. Oh, that is so awesome. I'm so glad. Uh, I don't care what kind of music you like. There's just nothing like being, you know, at a live concert. I love live music. Like, even if it's just someone noodling on a guitar at a bar, or the piano or something, even if it's not something I'm super, like, you know, like, they don't have to be playing my kind of music for me to be like, I want to check this out real quick, you know? Especially a street musician or something. A blind ass corner, isn't it? They want me to turn here, so we're gonna. Watching from work? Hell yeah, Kevin. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out, whether you guys are watching live or rewatching this. I appreciate you all. I need to actually do this. There we go. Oh my God, you've been playing this with Lisa? You let Lisa get behind? You let Weisha? You letting Lisa get behind the wheel of one of these? Okay, that's fair. Actually, it's raining. Do you got a wheel or anything, or do you just use a like Xbox controller? And then what's your favorite truck? I'm a truck nerd. Like, this is me. This is all me. I love this shit. Unhealthily so. Oh wait, I think they're gonna start going. Oh, there we go. Linkin Park, dude. That's a great concert. Alright, we're just going because they're just kind of being... There's never been a better time to play this game because there's so many there's so many good mods, blah blah blah, but just the features of the game. Dude. Are you serious? Hi. Are you serious? But yeah, if you have any questions on this game or anything, definitely feel free to reach out. Because I love when people get this game. It's so much fun. Damn it, I hate when they just don't work. Alright, that rain is really coming down. I love that. We go to New Mexico, and it rains. Very funny. You use a keyboard, okay. If you have a controller, I would recommend trying to get that working, because at least it's a little easier with, like, steering, you know, and the throttle. It's not just on or off. It's not just left or right. It's, you know, you can kind of gradually. But as long as you're getting some windshield time, it don't matter. Who cares what you're driving? As long as you're getting there, or getting somewhere, or having fun. And Mike, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Always appreciate you. That's right. If you guys haven't, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm going to try to do more trucking because I am loving it. And it looks like the rain has stopped for now. And obviously, yeah, hit that like button. It really does help the stream in the channel. I haven't done a convoy in a while, and the main thing is with mods. It's just a pain in the ass from what I remember, but I still would love to just even just do a basic ass mod list or bare game vanilla and let's just go trucking for a little bit, you know? But yeah, I mean, with all the sounds, you know, being able to roll your windows down and like that, and that's a few years old. I remember when like double trailers and being able to like move the slide the trailer axles for some trailers were a thing, and I don't know, it's just impressive what we have what we've come up with. Okay, it's a 75 zone, but I'd like to maybe do about 60, 65-ish. Stay on the freeway, that's right. Look at that. You think we're in Montana, big sky country. I'm stealing that lane a little bit. Sorry. Not really sorry. Allie, you got to do a stream of you cranking some runs or something, or even just you and Lisa. There's that. Look at that, a Cadillac. Love it. We got a pretty good playlist. I'm excited. Now that there's Taylor Swift in it, it's complete. I did not realize that that was... Bing Crosby, yeah, I'm mess with that. I want some Ella Fitzgerald in here. I need some oldies. We need some oldies in here, and my definition of oldies is very different from what a lot of, I think. My definition of oldies is like not your grandpa's oldies. I guess maybe if he's a cool grandpa. My grandpa's oldies were, you know, the 1930s probably, you know. I'm talking more like 50s, 60s, swing, soul, Motown, baby. That's what I'm thinking. Richie Valens. Oh gosh, there's Floyd something. I can't remember his name. What the fuck? Well, okay. The Temptations. Let's go with who I remember. The Temptations, Smokey Robinson. Let's see. Yeah, James Brown. Ray Charles is a good one. Probably my favorite would be Sam Smith. That doesn't sound quite right. Sam Cooke. I don't know what... I'm cooked. Sam Cooke. Mike, I was thinking about you. I know, the Commodores. Yes. Sam and Dave. Different Sam than Sam Cooke. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. Sam Smith. I bet that's a musician. I bet he's good, too. But Sam Cooke. Oh, boy. Earth, Wind, and Fire. 100%. I'm a huge fan of Sam and Dave. Eddie Floyd. He had a couple good songs. Michael Bublé. Yeah. I don't know. I know of him for sure. I know he's got a good voice. Al Green. We'll throw some Jackson in there. Some Michael or Five. Why not? Otis Redding. Otis Redding. Come on. I can't think about Otis Redding too much, otherwise I'll cry because he never got to see his song debut. Sitting at the dock of the bay. Fuck, dude. Voice of an angel. Yeah, any of the Sammy Davis or I think Mike mentioned Sinatra. Marvin Gaye. Yeah. 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 Oh, man. Basically, I want to listen to... that. Oldies, for me, make me want to, you know, cruise down the street in, like, a lowrider, you know, and just bump, you know, into the evening, into the night. Just bump some music. Ooh. Fuck, man. Elvis is great. Not exactly the same style, but he would definitely fit in that era. Some of his slower jams are definitely... I say I don't like ballads, and I guess what I meant by that is I don't like power ballads. I don't like rock ballads. Dude, give me some Motown ballads, some bluesy ballads. Mm-hmm. Look at the Maroon 3 right here. It's not Maroon 5, it's Maroon 3. Aretha Franklin, how did I forget her? God damn it, yes. Etta James, I would rather go blind. I have, Daniel, yes, I do have a Tunes in Ya playlist on Discord. Anybody is welcome to share any, you know, kind of music that you guys want. Whatever you're listening to and you want to share, hit us up there and let us know. I'm actually gonna dart off here because I'm an idiot. Yeah, a little bullshit on that one. Weird, like one-way kind of a dealio here. The Blues Brothers soundtrack, hands down, one of the great. Obviously, it had to be good. It's the Blues Brothers. If you've never seen it, it's a totally good movie. I don't want to talk it up too much. It's a great movie. I really do recommend it. When they go see the Penguin. I was just honestly, I've been thinking about that movie a little bit. My partner's never watched it. I've always, you know, in her defense, I'm like, we should watch it. She's like, okay, when? And I'm like, another time, you know. So, I do have to show it to her. And I know she would love it. Truly one of the best soundtracks to any movie. So good. Cab Calloway. Cab Calloway, dude. Sweet Home Chicago. Dude, that song did things for me as a child. That song and 25 to 624 by the band Chicago. And also Combat, thank you so much. I cannot believe I forgot about one of my favorites, Roy Orbison. Truly. I love him so much. I got a tattoo of his ass on my face. No. Wasn't that the Water Boy? It was Roy Orbison, right? In the Water Boy? Why don't I look down? Are we pulling it out? Pushing it in. Pulling it out. What do you think, Sphinx? Alright. What do you think? He's like, yeah, whatever. Sweet Home Chicago. Yeah, so Chicago is a really great band. Kind of on the softer side, you know, but a great band. And Roy Orbison, fucking legend. You Really Got Me by the Kinks, great cover, and I love it. But Roy Orbison's original, fuck. Okay, no Driver Mike, I bet you know. But if anybody likes Roy Orbison, Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, and I know Bob Dylan is kind of a, you know, I saw a video and it was like what Bob Dylan sounds like to people who don't like Bob Dylan, and it was like, oh, I'm Bob Dylan, na, 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 na. And people were like, this is what I like Bob Dylan, and this is what he sounds like. And I was like, yeah. Anyway, Bob Dylan and who the fuck else? Was it George Harrison from the Beatles? The Traveling Wilburys, one of the greatest super groups to ever do something. To ever do something. Daniel, aww. Well, hopefully all good memories and everything. I know how that goes. Thank you for sharing the playlist. I will click through that. I will be taking a look. What do you guys think of this combo? Be honest. Kind of the off-white, sort of a cream with the, I don't know, dark emerald, British racing green sort of color. And then usually the trailers are they're white or chromed. I wanted white, but then I was like, well, white would kind of stand out and look weird. What if I just made it the same color? I don't know. I like it, so Jeff. Everyone forgets about Jeff. And oh, yeah, of course. You know, how could I forget Jeff? Waylon Jennings, yep. I mentioned him earlier. I really like him. And The Highwaymen, another really good super group. Willie Nelson, obviously. I really like the song by the Traveling Wilburys. Was it just Tweeter or was it Monkey Man? Tweeter and the Monkey Man. I love a song that tells a story, and sort of in a classic song-telling way, not just like I went here, like, you know, Tupac. He tells stories, but not like that's not what I mean. And that's not say that's not bad. I'm so glad, Daniel. I totally understand, and yeah, there's definitely been thinking of some people close to me that I've shared some music with, and or has got me into some music that are no longer here, unfortunately. And that's one of the great things about music is, you know, and it's amazing what can trigger memories. And oh my God. The Beach Boys is such a good one. Tom Jones, not bad. Not bad, not bad. Is that guilty? I don't know. Merle Haggard, great one. Buddy Holly, another good one. Yeah, I completely forgot about him when I mentioned Richie Valens. Okay, this is what they do. They just scoot right up to the fucking... Oh, they're gonna let me in. That's so nice of them. Oh. Here, we'll hit the blinkers a couple times. It says thank you. Oh, we have to get over again. Oh. That's a sweet bird right there. I guess it's not a super bird. Oh, I look just like Buddy Holly. Oh, and you're Mary Tyler Moore. You want to talk about a heavy-ass band? I don't think it gets any heavier than the Weasels. What the fuck are they called? Weezer. Oh man, I love the '90s. Such weird and good music too. Lights back on for safety. Kenny Rogers is a good one. Chris Christopherson. Someone mentioned Alice in Chains earlier, and they're good. I'm also gonna say Soundgarden. I really like them. I was pretty sad when Chris Cornell died. James Taylor, also really talented. 100%. I gotta fucking stay in my goddamn lane. The problem is, like, when you're in real life, you can kind of feel yourself drifting out of the lane. You cannot. There's no road feel. I mean, there's a little force feedback, but it's different. I think Sliver is the song that I had stuck in my head the other day, and that's why I could only think of that one. Because that's the one where he wants to go home from Grandma's house. Jim Croce, I've heard it pronounced a few ways, is truly one of my all-time favorite singer-songwriters. Somebody that just truly, I wish, almost like they were a family member. I wish that they were still alive so that I, like, just, you know, just to see what else they could do. And I, like, you know, he died young, I think plane crash, left behind a young family, and just super sad. Or do I have to weigh? I don't know where I'm weighing. Okay. Fuck you, I guess. Oh. Well, what the fuck? Dodging the scales, y'all. The band. The band. That is both a Blues Brothers reference and also, yes, the band is a fabulous. Up on Cripple Creek. Again, if you ain't tapping your toesies to that fucking jam, where's the train? I don't know if I can trust you. They said she means me. That's been a minute, but Chumbawamba is awesome. I like Chumbawamba. One hit wonder by choice. Respect. There is an old country song called How Fast Them Trucks Can Go. This truck can go too fast. If I'm not pulling a load or a trailer, we'll hit. We'd probably hit triple digits. Here, we'll go down a stage. That's the second level. That's the third. That's the lowest level. Pearl Jam. Yeah. Doesn't get any Eddie. Doesn't get any Eddie better than this. Or, yeah. Doesn't get any better than this. That's what it is. I've seen people say that, and it always makes me laugh. Something about concrete. Yeah. Yeah. The outro, the solo slash outro solo, to Jeremy. I think it's Jeremy. Is it Jeremy? Jeremy spoken, Jeremy spoken. I love the Yarls. People call it Yarls. Pueblo. Love it. No one could Yarl like Eddie. The Mamas and the Papas. I like it. A Tribe Called Tribe. A Tribe Called Quest. They're very good. Yeah. The Fabulous Thunderbirds. What kind of music do they play? I'm not familiar. I love that name, though. Ooh, those signs lit up now. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty. Little sunset right there. Is he getting over? No. I feel like I've heard of Dandy Warhols. And I definitely have heard of the Violent Femmes. I probably recognize a song or two. What about, okay, for a 90s band that's still around, still awesome, and not like I could name a bunch of their songs, but Local H. Most popular song was Bound to the Floor. You know, keeping it copacetic and all that stuff. Just don't get it, keep it copacetic, and you learn to regret it. Something like that. Stone Temple Pilots is good. They're kind of that, like, what do they call it? Sort of the new wave of grunge, kind of post-grunge. Grunge. Right on the tail end of it, you know. Joan Jett, yes. Also, Driver Mike, why are you not sleeping? I'm just kidding. You saw Local H? Nice. I love that, AV. You know ball. There's a guy who knows ball. Colorado Springs. I am just going to honestly save it in case it crashes. You know how that'll go. I love Rage Against the Machines. I love Raging Against the Machines. I know it is, Mike. I'm so sorry. Let's get rid of that. Olympic Committee. That's in Colorado Springs, eh? I like that one song when he says, actually, I don't care to do what you're telling me. Actually, respectfully, I'm not doing what you're suggesting. Respectfully, I'm not doing what you're suggesting. Yeah, I love that song. Yeah. Tom Morello, I've always really liked his guitar work. What about The Offspring? I like The Offspring. They're kind of keeping with that 90s theme. Their early stuff I really like. Not a fan. I will say I am not a fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but they make decent music. How about that? They did. It's been a while. And I am not someone that idolize. I'm not going to idolize a musician. I don't idolize anybody, really. Like, you know. But, like, you know, people will excuse heinous behavior because they wrote a song that they like. It's like, I mean, it's a tough subject. And there's so many nuances. We're not going to even touch it, other than what I'm saying, I guess. But we in Denver. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Sorry, I'm just responding to something, so I'll probably crash. Totally meant to do that. Dead Kennedys, big fan of the Dead Kennedys. Yes, the Ramones as well. Look at that. In Power Field. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I liked, you know, some of their like Blood, Sex, Magic, whatever the fuck. You know, I like the funkiness of the bass or whatever. And Chad Smith is a good drummer, but I'm not their biggest fan, even musically. Sublime, fucking love. Love. Godsmack is really good too. Solely should have been a drummer, but somehow became a singer and a guitarist or whatever. He was really good. Blind Melon, phenomenal. Another one of those, like, gosh, that was a little dramatic for me. I really wish I could see what they could have gone on to create had they not passed. I love Blind Melon. I love that whole record. The only song I could name, obviously, is No Rain. People fucking hate that song. People hate that song, and I just think, dude, how miserable are you? That song is so fun and freeing and just, like, I don't know. If you hate that song and you watch the music video with it, and it kind of might help a little. You don't have to love the song, but, like, I don't know. I guess, like, some of the people that I've talked to that hate it, they lived through, like, when it was really popular and on the radio all the time. So, like, I get it. That's kind of how I am with the Foo Fighters. Like, I don't dislike the Foo Fighters, but holy shit, I don't need to listen to them. Kind of like I said with, like, Guns N' Roses and stuff. Sonic Youth is good. Puddle of Mudd is hilarious. The singer, I should say, is hilarious. Some of the shit he's pulled. He thinks he's a much more famous rock star than he is. Actually, give me 1 second, guys. Doo-doo-doo. Who said Helmet? Fuck yes, AV. Helmet is a great choice. Counting Crows, they're cool. I'm gonna think of Them Crooked Vultures, who is another super group with Dave Grohl on drums and John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin on bass. I don't know if he's still in the band, if that's still in the group or not. REM, thank you. I think I mentioned it kind of in passing a while ago. I really like REM. They're awesome. Saliva, they were a good 2000s band. Every once in a while, you know, click, click, boom, you know? Yeah, that was some good stuff. Okay. Oops. Meatloaf. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. He's a liar then. He wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't do anything for love. The best thing Meatloaf ever did was star in Tenacious D's Pick of Destiny. by far the best thing Meatloaf ever did. The fucking Stooges, man. Oh, dude. I'm not a huge Stooges fan. Like, I couldn't name a bunch of songs. I think he has a song called 1979 that I remember was in a video game, and that was a banger. No, it was, Wanna Be Your Dog. Now I wanna be your dog. Now I wanna... Yeah. 70,000, baby. 70,000 on it. Hold on. Oh. My mouse was being a little weird. Dinosaur Jr. I've heard of but not familiar. Breaking Benjamin, never got into him. And before you say it, the other band that I never got into even less was 3 Days Grace. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I get why they're popular, but in my defense, they make real radio-friendly rock. It's like, you know, it sounds good, but I don't know. I felt like, even when I was younger, like, every song by especially 3 Days Grace should have been in, like, a montage of, like, an early 2000s, because it was usually about, like, breaking up or, like, not loving someone or someone didn't love them. A lot of, like, teenage angst music. Incubus is phenomenal. Incubus is phenomenal. So I loved their Morning View is my favorite record by them. Favorite record by them. Daniel, I don't want to hear your reaction. Okay? No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You said Black Sabbath was mid, bro. Just kidding. Black Dog? Are you talking... Is that the trucking movie? Right? With, Patrick Swayze? The Roadhouse guy? System of a Down. Phenomenal. Phenomenal choice. Phenomenal choice. Fugazi. Fugazi is such a good band. I cannot believe that was who I meant to... Daniel, I'm gonna... Mike! I need you. There's blasphemy in my chat. This is not okay. Bush, they're okay. Collective Souls is cool. Korn, yes. I was a big fan of Korn. The dubstep album, I'll say, wasn't it. But I appreciate them for trying. I remember that. Fugazi. Fugazi. Fugazi, if you want to say it funny. That's a great choice. That when we were talking about like desert rock and stoner metal rock, whatever, that was a big one, yeah. The Pretenders, fuck yeah. Rammstein. Rammstein. Yes. 100%. System of a Down Hypnotized was the menu music? No way. That is a banger of a track, too. Oh, man. Surge. I love him so much. Some of his solo work, too. Yeah, Korn, I swear to God, man, Korn did a fucking dubstep album. Back when dubstep was a thing. That I could never get into. I guess there was that Skrillex song that was everywhere. Something about nice sprites or sprites. Something about Sprite and Spirits or whatever. So that song was everywhere. And then a year or two later, Korn was like, well, because Jonathan Davis, the singer of Korn, has also, he does DJ stuff too, I guess, or did. That was was what he was doing. So. Oh man, so I warmed up the oven, but I did not warm up the pizza, so mission failed, honestly. The Cars, dude, good band. I think I mentioned them in passing again, but Talking Heads, Gary Newman, for whatever reason, growing up, I think. So my mom liked New Wave, like I said, so, The Cars, and Gary Newman, who has a song called Cars. And I think, grew up thinking he wrote this, or the Cars did the song Cars. But I love the song Cars by Gary Newman. You'd think I'm being paid by the word Cars because I keep saying it. But another great band, another great Boston, yes. Pantera, someone mentioned them, also fantastic. Fear Factory, you guys. They're a awesome heavy metal drag race. Fear Factory is a really cool 90s when they started. I think maybe even late 80s, but 90s, early 2000s industrial metal. A lot of sort of like sci-fi influence. I don't even want to say that because I'm not super into sci-fi and I love it, but just like super aggressive. But they do have some slower songs, and like you would hear like, oh, there's heavy metal, like fucking big, crazy, you know, kind of elements of thrash and groove and kind of, you know, they cover the song Cars by Gary Newman, and they do such a good job. You're not screaming in it. You're not growling. It's phenomenal. White Snake. The Monkees, yeah. We do like our monkeys. The animals. The monkeys. Little Weird Al? Why not? Made it here, didn't we? How much time to spare? Just a little bit. And I look at him. The drive-through song. Fuck. Sticks. Oh, something. Hangman is coming down from the gallows and don't have very long. Yes. Wow. The jig is up. We finally made it. I know all the words, it's clear to you. I don't have to repeat it. Okay. I can sing when I hear the song, I guess. I didn't know that they did a Weird Al movie at all. That's crazy. The Bee Gees. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll F up some Bee Gees. definitely. Um, this was an amazing, amazing stream. Um, I am so grateful for you guys. We're gonna be playing this again very soon. I might do a stream of this over the weekend because I really enjoyed it, and you guys are so. I mean, you're always amazing, but I think it's a great way to kind of hang out and shoot the shit and get to. Yeah, we just. I mean, talking about music and snacks. I love it. So that is gonna do it for us on this one. Tomorrow night is Friday night, so I've been thinking about what I want to do, and so I believe. Let me just see here. I go in this Discords. Yeah. So Rocky Mountain RP is planning to release their life server tomorrow. As such, I'm very excited about that, and I might be interested in that. However, it's possible that if there's some bugs with that, or just if for some reason, I might do OCRP. There is a new drug selling script, which I'm pretty excited about trying, but we'll see. So, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate everybody for being here, for hanging out. You guys are amazing, and yeah, I tell you what. So yeah, what I'm gonna do here. Let me just do this. Let me see if is anybody still playing something. Do you guys want me to send you some? Oh no, I don't think so. All right. Well, that's where we're gonna end it then. Perfect. Thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate it. Combat, thank you so much. Anton, thank you, thank you. Daniel, I appreciate it. There'll be a lot more of these streams, and I kind of want to get back into, like I said, flight sim, and maybe even some like farm sim or mechanic simulator. Just like good, fun, chill stuff. Yeah, I had an absolute blast. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Um, hell yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Good luck, Kevin. Hope you have a good rest of your shift. Um, Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. We'll see you guys on the next one. Like I said, it'll probably be tomorrow, and we'll see what we get into. Bye.